We are live, Dipti.
Thank you. Hello. Hi, everyone. How are you? I hope you are doing good. Let's start the coding session. So today we are going to code in JavaScript again, a game named Doodle Jump. So let's get started. And first we start the coding. I would like to remind you that we are asking you in every coding session to not forget to share your pictures with us over email. You can send us an email at codeathome@e-mma.org. The email is displaying on your screen, or you can also tag us and share your pictures on the social networks. So don't forget, and I hope at the end of this coding session, we are going to receive many pictures of students coding in their classrooms, coding in their homes, coding with their teachers, their parents, everywhere. So I count on you after this coding session. I'll remind you, don't worry again at the end, but don't forget to share your pictures. Thank you everyone for being here. It's always a pleasure to do coding sessions with all the students. So let's get started with this coding session. I will ask Kevin. So Kevin, if you can start sharing your screen with the coding editor, please. Thank you very much. And let's put the coding editor in the chat. So everyone, please have a look at the chat and click on the coding editor. So let me just copy that in the chat as well. Oh, I see that E-mma team has already did it, but that's great. Please click on the coding editor link, which we have shared to you over the chat, the YouTube chat. So we will give you a few seconds to open the coding editor. So everyone, please, I repeat for those who are joining us, what I was saying is that welcome everyone and please start the coding session. So click on the coding editor link, which is on the YouTube live section. And then we can start the coding class. And so we will today code a game named Doodle Jump in JavaScript. Anytime students, teachers watching us in the classroom, everywhere, anytime you have any question, please use the YouTube chat to ask your questions and we will answer all your questions, even in this live or via the YouTube chat. Okay, I think everyone has access. Let me know if anyone have an issue in the chat. I see I was supposed to have access, so let's go. I think Kevin, you wanted to show us how to make sure we make the code visible and at the same time the game visible. So we would need to click on, as Kevin is showing you on the screen, on the top, and on the top you will see different tabs, and we encourage you to select the tab column option to be able to display the coding game on your right and the coding editor on your left. So let me exactly, and don't forget to click on JavaScript option, because as you can see on Kevin's screen, there is HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So as I told you, we are going to code in JavaScript today. So please, I encourage you to click on JavaScript. I hope that's okay. So let's continue. So what are we going to do right now? So basically, as you can see on Kevin's screen, before we put any line, let's just click on the run button. The run button is the yellow orange kind of button you see on the top. When you click on this button, you see the doodle jumping. So when you click on this button, you can see that it's properly working, which is great because that's exactly what we wanted. Okay, so now let's move forward. Once we have our coding editor ready, you tested the button run. You also click, as I told you, on the tab column to be able to display properly the code. Then we are ready to go. So the first function we are going to code is to make sure that the doodle is going to move. And to do that, how we are going to code is that we are going to position dot x equal to new position. So maybe Kevin, you can start by writing the code into the editor. So everyone, please make sure you write the same as Kevin is doing. So as I told you again, to make the doodle move, we are going to type position X, because let me remind you what X is about is the right, because we want the doodle to make sure it move from right to left actually. So this is the position X is all about that, and a new position, which is to make sure that the mouse position is taken in this line of code which you are going to type. So thanks to new position, we can be able to get the position of the mouse. So let's run the code now. Kevin, can you run the code now? Oh, perfect. So as you can see, whenever Kevin moves his mouse, the doodle is moving according to his mouse. So I will probably pause a second on that and make sure every student is writing the line coding. So again, I repeat in the function move doodle, because as you can see, there are three functions we are going to code basically. But let's start with the move doodle, and the move doodle, it speak for by his name. The purpose of move doodle is to make sure the doodle is moving. And how the doodle is moving, basically we put position dot x equal to new position. So this is gonna help us to make sure that the doodle is able to move from right to left, of course, and according to where the mouse is going.
Just let me emphasize, we need to be careful of the casing. The P must be in uppercase in position.x, and same with the new position.
Oh, great. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Exactly. Thank you for very much. To avoid any coding error, I would say, let's make sure you write properly like Kevin is writing. So every single letter should be like he is writing. So as he said, positions P must be in capital letter, and then new position P should also be in capital letter. Okay. I hope it's good for everyone. we can move forward now, if that's okay with you also, Kevin. So what are we going to do next? Now, our objective is to make the doodle jump on the same position only. So to do so, what are we gonna do is that we're gonna do a if. So Kevin, can you write if in the function on collision? So I remind you one thing, the function on collision, it's called whenever the doodle touch a platform. So as you can see, there is many lines on the running code, which is considered as platform. To make the platform, so to make the doodle touch the platform, and to do that, we are gonna say if doodle dot speed is greater than 0, then it should return. Okay, thank you. So as you can see, Kevin mentioned greater and equal. So to make you understand what he just did, so basically what he's trying to do is, in case it is inferior to 0, we have to add the equal, because what we really want is that once the doodle touch the platform, it should be considered, and if it doesn't touch the platform, then it should not be considered as it has touched the platform. And when we put return, because we return nothing in the case it has touched the platform, we don't need to return anything. I hope I'm clear. Is there any question? Please go on, Kevin.
Yes, here doodle speed is needed because we want to see if the doodle is going to up or down. If speed is superior to 0, we are going up, and we don't want to handle the platform where doodle speed is up. We only want to jump where the doodle speed is going down on the platform.
Yes, thank you. Okay, let's test. Maybe you can run the code. Oh, yes. You're not very good at this game, Kevin.
It's okay. It's because we don't have the jump condition actually.
Yet, yeah, okay. So let me pause here. Any question for the moment in the chat? Let me check the chat if any student have any question. Okay, I don't see any question for the moment. So maybe we can continue. And now that we made sure that the doodle, whenever it touched the platform, then we should be making sure that the speed function has been considered. Let's move forward and do something else. Is that now we need to check if the doodle basically has, we're gonna make sure that all the points has been taken into account. So, okay, I see messages. Sorry, maybe we can do that again. So, Kevin, can you, if you don't mind, can you again explain the collision function that we just did with the if? I see students saying they don't understand.
Yes. So the on-collision function is used to check if we have a collision with the platform, so we can jump again when we when the Doodle Jump is on the platform. So first, we don't want to jump again when the Doodle Jump touch the platform going up. We only want to do it when it's going down, because otherwise it's going to jump infinity without descending again. So
Sure.
first, we are going to check the speed with if enterprises doodle dot speed superior or equal to 0. And in this case, this means the doodle jump is going up. So we don't want to do anything. So we need bracket and return. Return means stop the function. We don't want to do anything at this moment. Is it more clear?
Thank you. I hope it's clear for Rudra. I see Rudra has asked a question, and I'm sorry for not being clear, but basically again we don't want, as mentioned, we will check if the doodle isn't going up, and so the collision function is basically for that. And so it helps us detect when it's going down, as Kevin mentioned. Because if we don't do that, we will not be able to make sure that the doodle go from one platform to another platform.
Yes, don't worry, it's okay. The doodle jump don't jump again for now, so it's normal.
Okay, let's continue. Now what we are going to do is basically with the doodle, we are going to check if doodle collides with any of the platform which is displayed on your screen. So I repeat again, now we're gonna, because before I mentioned that we are gonna make sure if the doodle is gonna hit the platform, but actually not, as Kevin mentioned. We checked before that if the doodle is able to pass on from one platform to another, but it need to be kind of hit it. But now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna make sure that the doodle collide with any of the platform which displays on the screen. And so we're going to make a loop to test each platform. So how to do that? We are gonna go back in our function on collision function, and we are going to add the following variable. So we are gonna type var e equal to 0. So as you can see, Kevin is doing that. So please do it at the same time as Kevin is doing it. So again, the variable is set to 0 because, as I told you, we will check if the doodle will collide with any of the platforms. So that's why we're beginning with 0, because for the moment it didn't collide with any of them because we haven't tested the game for this coding line basically. And so it's not just a variable which is needed. Now we're gonna do a while. So we are gonna say while e. So please, every student should write that, is inferior of platform dot length. So if I is less than platform dot length, then you should open exactly, thank you, the brackets, and you should add again the var, so which is the variable. Current platform equal to platform E. So what this line is doing, is that we are checking one by one the platform. So that means if the current platform is, so we are again using the variable platform E, so we're using the variable E. So if it touched actually a platform, then it's going to increase the variable E. So basically we set E at 0 at the beginning. So if it touch one platform, so it's going to take into account that a platform has been touched and it is going to increment that.
Here, we are checking, we want to check every platform. So first, we need to add a condition here to understand when we have finished checking every platform. So while is a book, we want to check one platform by one platform. So while E strictly inferior to platform length and E plus equal 1 mean we are going at each platform one time, one by one. And current platform is the platform we want to check. So platform E, meaning the platform of the index E here. I'm not sure I'm clear, but what we want to understand is we want to check every platform one by one, but for the time we only have the current platform and we do nothing with it.
Thank you, Kevin. I see that Rudra answered that it's more clear for her. Thank you. That's great. Any question for the moment before we move forward? Did you understand everything? Please, students, ask your question in the chat. Don't worry. We can repeat again and again. We are here for that.
If you run the code, it's okay for the Doodle to not jump because we don't have added the jump function at the moment.
Yes, we are gonna do that. Don't worry. Step by step. Okay. I think we can continue if no more question. Okay, so let's continue. What we are going to do now is in this following condition, we are going to again make a loop function that returns true if a collision occurs, if it happened, and false in the other case. So how to do that? We are going to type if. So let Kevin do that. If is colliding with platform. So basically, we are going to check if it's colliding with a platform. And we open brackets and we put doodle, comma, current platform. And of course, we close the brackets. So as I said, this line is here to make sure if the doodle touch the platform, we are going to ask him to jump again. So maybe we can test that. Can you run the code, Kevin?
How do you make it jump, please? Because we need it to check the code.
Oh, you should add Doodle Jump 30, for example. Right. I forgot it. And then you can return because the return here basically is for if the doodle has jump already, it will simply then stop and not do anything. And to do so, we really need to add a return. So I think 30 is the speed you choose, Kevin, right? Just randomly. We can put even more if we want. Is that correct?
Yes, but the code is have an issue because I don't think as good as writing is coding with platform correctly. Let me check. Is colliding
Yeah, you
with
put,
platform.
oh yeah, okay.
So
You put an N.
let's see again. Yes, as you
So,
can see.
yes, exactly. Yeah, go on, Kevin. You can explain.
So let's go back on the function and understand what we are doing step by step. First, let's remove this because some don't understand why we do it. So if I remove it, you're going to see that every time it do not need to go back to go down to jump, and we don't want this. This is why we do the first condition, because it's not fun to just jump every time you touch a platform. We need to touch it when we are going down. Next, we have done a book a while where we want to check every platform. So var e equals 0, and while e strictly inferior to platform.length with e plus equal 1 is needed to check every platform on the screen. And after this, we want to check one platform by one platform. So we single platform with var current platform equal platform of E. And we check if this platform is colliding with the doodle. And if it's colliding, we want to jump. And 30 is needed for choosing the length we want to jump. If I made 10, the jump is too small to go to another platform, by example. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, it was clear. Oh, wait. Satish mentioned he didn't understand. Maybe Satish, you can tell us which part you didn't understand. But what we can do is quickly explain again the last part, Kevin, maybe the one with the while, sorry, the if
Yes.
colliding with platform.
Here is a condition. Is colliding with platform is a function we already create to check if a doodle or doodle is colliding with the current platform we are checking. So in case we are colliding, this means the doodle is going on the platform here. And in this case, we want to jump. So we have a function in doodle.jump, meaning we jump 30 of length in the vertical length. But this number, you can adjust it in 20 if you want to have a game a little more difficult. Is it clear?
Let me check if that's clear. Okay, so Satish mentioned he didn't understand. Can you say that again?
Yes.
Okay,
Let's going on the step by step.
yes.
The function on collision is needed to check at every turn if we have a collision on the platform to jump again. So first, we have the if doodle speed superior or equal to 0 and return. In this case, this means if Doodle is already in jump and it's going up. In this case, we don't want to jump again if we touch platform. So we return. Return means the function is finished and we don't want to do the rest of the function. So if the doodle is jumping and it's going up, we don't want to do anything. But after this means the doodle is going down. So in this case, we want to check for every platform if the doodle jump touch it to go to jump again. To check every platform, we have var e equals 0, while e inferior to platform length, meaning we want until e is inferior to all the platform in the screen. We don't we continue the book, and e plus equal 1, meaning we check we are going to increment e to check every platform one by one. So always single a platform, because platform with S, meaning this is an array of platform. And we want to check every platform one by one. So for this, we have var current platform equal platform of E, meaning we have single one platform and we are going to check this platform. So first, when E equals 0, we check this platform. When E equals 1, we check this platform. When E equals 2, this platform. And step by step, we check every platform. So in this case, we are going another condition to check if the platform is colliding with Doodle. So we have a function is colliding with platform, and this function is used to check the Doodle and the current platform. We use the two parameter Doodle and current platform, and this return true. In this case, the Doodle collide with the platform, so we can jump again. If we retire this, we don't check if we touch the platform, so we do anything. We don't do anything, and the Doodle jump do not jump again.
Right. I hope, Satish, it's clear. If not, please type what is not clear in the chat. And as you can see, the team can answer over the chat to explain again. Let's move forward. Okay, so now what are we going to do is, I would say, the most great part and most interesting one that we all know, because if we had played games in our life at least one time, we know that in every game, when you move forward in the game, there is always points. So now we are gonna make sure we add and we count all the points. And so how we are going to do that? We are going to change the variable score and display the right score added. And to do that, we are gonna type score plus equal to point in the add point function. Make sure you go to the add point function and you type score plus equal point, which here is going to help us to count the score. And as you can see, the line behind document get elementary by ID, score, etc. All this line, actually, just to explain you this line of the code is here to help to update the score. We are not asking you to code this line because it's already there. But just to explain you, the line behind display the score, and the line we just type count the score, because when you count the score, you need to display the score. And it's always like this in every game. The score is visible. To make it visible, you need to display it. And before display it, you need to count it. So that's why score plus equal point is here to make sure the point is being counted, added when you move forward in the game or you touch the platform and etc. So maybe we can try it. Okay, as you can see, the score on the screen has appeared. So now we are score 1,500, 1,600. And if you continue going over platforms, the score will continue increasing. Again, I repeat, the score appear on your screen, on the down of your screen, under the coding game, under the game displayed on your right. And now, as you can see, we are at 6,000, 7,000 in terms of score. I see there are some questions. So first question is that Clementine is asking, how do you add the snowman character to the game? Okay, so as you can see, there is a run button on the top. When you click on the run button, the snowman is already here. You don't need to add anything. We added it for you. Okay. So Satish asked to speak in Hindi. We are sorry, as everyone mentioned in the chat from E-mma's team, we are supposed to do this workshop in English. Okay, I think we are very good with the score. Rudra mentioned it's so interesting. Thank you very much. Maybe just a little bit summary for Satish in Hindi, just very quickly. I will say that in just one line. हम इस गेम पे क्या करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि डिफरेंट फंक्शंस हैं जिसमें हम ऐड कर रहे हैं, पोजीशंस ऐड कर रहे हैं ताकि जो स्नोमैन है वो मूव कर सके। तो आपको हर कोडिंग लाइन फॉलो करनी है जैसे भी हमने लिखी है। अगर कोई भी कोडिंग लाइन आपको समझ नहीं आती, आप हमसे पूछ सकते हैं। बट इस गेम का पर्पस ये है कि हर कोडिंग लाइन पे हम या तो स्नोमैन को मूव करवाते हैं, या तो पॉइंट्स ऐड करवाते हैं, या तो उसको बताते हैं कि ऊपर से नीचे कैसे जाना है, माउस को फॉलो करना है एंड स्कोर डिस्प्ले करना है। आई होप इट वाज क्लियर फॉर यू सतीश। Okay, I think we are good here. So maybe what we can do for one last time, Kevin, is that we can review the entire code just quickly for people who just join. What do you think?
Yes. Do you want to do it or I do it?
Yeah, I can start and you can complete, so that's not a problem. Okay, so let me start So for those who joins after we started the coding session, I'm gonna go quickly line by line on what we did. So the first line, position X, new position. So Kevin are gonna highlight the line so you can know which line I'm talking about. So in this line, we update the position of the doodle based on the position of the mouse, and it is the move doodle function that we need to modify. So when we did that, we added position X equal to new position. So this help us to update the position of the mouse. Then when we move forward, we wanna to make sure we detect the collision. So what are the collisions? So basically the collision are the platforms, which you can see on your right screen. That is shown by Kevin. Thank you very much. So basically platforms collisions are the same. So those are the collisions. Okay, great. So now what we want is the doodle, so this or the snowman can move around. So the purpose is to detect when he will be touching off to the platforms and to make him jump. So first we will check that doodle jump isn't going up, and that's the case because the doodle jump was not going up. So we will go in the function on collision. So collision should only be detected when the doodle is going down. And our purpose in this coding line is to make sure that through the if doodle.speed is greater equal than 0 and that returns is here to make sure it could not pass from platform to platform. For this, we will check if its speed is positive. And then what we did is back to the collision function. We make sure after the on collision function, we add the following variable, which Kevin is showing you on the screen, which is var e equal to 0. This variable is very important because this will be used in the loop you just coded, which is the if loop. Okay, then now let's continue. What we did after is to test each platforms. So we use the while loop. As you can see, while E is inferior to platform.length, we added variable current platform equal to platform E, and then E plus equal to 1. All these things we did was to basically, as I mentioned, to check if each turn of the loop, we can see that the platform variable is being incremented because it touched the platform every time. So the snowman touched the platform every time. Okay, let's continue. And then in the next loop, what we did is that the following loop is for the if is colliding with platform. Into the brackets, we have doodle, comma, current platform. So this function help us to return if we touch or not the platform. And then make the doodle jump, which was the next thing we did. So to make sure make it jump, we added Doodle.jump 30 as a random number, not to make it jump too high, but to make it jump into a reasonable manner, and then we returned. And then finally, the last thing we did is that when you make the doodle jump, you need to count the score. So we went back in the add point function and we added score plus equal to point, where we were able to add the score for the doodle. And then we run the game and we see everything is working properly. Anything you want to add here, Kevin?
No, all is good.
Okay, great. So let's give every student 1 more minute before we go to the last part. Let me put a message in the chat for everyone. Is everything good? Let us know. Okay, we hope everything is fine. Could you please, Kevin, go back to the slides? Great. So I will ask everyone 2 minutes of attention, please. If you are coding or whatever you're doing, please stop doing it. Don't worry, we will answer all your questions later. Now the next step, the final step, is to take your certificate for this coding workshop. Very important. You worked hard in this hour and the certificate is there to make you feel that you achieved successfully the coding workshop. Even if you haven't finished everything yet, that's okay. We will correct that later. You can contact us. So how to take your certificate? You click on the certificate page. So we are going to put the certificate page in the YouTube chat. So the link is, as you can see, certificate.e-mma.org. Maybe can you come back on the slides, please?
Yes, an issue with a share function. Let me
No problem.
and we're back.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so wait a minute. So as you can see, the link is certificate.e-mma.org. Please click on the link in the YouTube chat we just added. And it's the same link which display on your screen. So certificate.e-mma.org. Everything has open this link because you cannot get your certificate and if you don't open it. Okay, if you open it, let's us open also the page and we are going to show you. Maybe you can open it. Thank you, Kevin. So as you can see, Kevin is on the certificate page. So how do we take the certificate? Please follow the instruction. I'm going to give it to you now. So add your first name, add your last name, and add the workshop code. So today's workshop code is Doodle Jump 2024. Make sure, as you can see on the screen, you add Doodle Jump in just a single word and with D in capital and J in capital letter. And we posted the code in the YouTube chat as well. So you can take the certificate code in the YouTube chat also in case. So Doodle Jump 2024 is the certificate code. Okay, and then you click on the button submit. And as you can see, your certificate is ready with your name. And don't forget to click on the download my certificate button. Then you can download your certificate. Can you come back on the slides, Kevin, please? Don't forget to take your certificate. Yeah, don't worry, Kevin, it's okay. Just share whenever you can. Don't forget to take the certificate. And now the final point I want to mention is, again, I told you at the beginning, please share your pictures with us. When you are in the classroom with your whole classroom as a teacher, as wherever you are, while coding, holding the certificate also, you can print the certificate if you want and share us a picture. And if you have any question, you can also send us an email so I'm writing the email in the YouTube live chat at codeathome@e-mma.org. So you can contact us anytime over this email. And also you can send your pictures over the email as well. Is everything okay? I hope you enjoyed the coding session, and thank you all the students who asked questions. Don't forget that our next coding workshop, and this is very, very important, is on the 13th December and 31st January. So to register to the upcoming coding session, please go on e-mma.org/codeathome. So we display the registration link in the YouTube chat. So I repeat, if you can just quickly Kevin, come back to the previous slide. Please don't forget to share your pictures. And I see that some students still need the certificate link. Please check the YouTube live chat. The team is answering your questions and giving you again this certificate link. And make sure to send your pictures to us at codeathome@e-mma.org, or you can directly share on the social network using the hashtag codeathome. And don't forget, we will be back in a couple of days, so with other coding workshops. So the next will be in 13 December, where we will learn how to code a Pac-Man. And 31st January, we will learn how to code a Flappy Bird game. So any questions, send us an email and share your pictures and register yourself and take your certificates. Thank you very much and see you next time.